market here in Nigeria. On the show, we show you how to make real estate work for you. And my name is Amara Onzurike. So excited to be here. I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. I hope you're doing good wherever you are. Yeah, so today is another exciting day, yeah. And I have an interesting topic we're sharing today on the show, and I wouldn't be doing that alone. I have a guest who's doing that with me in the house, who's sharing. He's been a regular on the show, and I'm happy to have him back here on the show. Yeah, so today the topic we will be discussing is the importance, uses, and benefits of documentation in property acquisition. Right, that's what we're talking about today. Like I said, on the show, we show you the pros and cons of investing in the real estate market. The goal is to empower you and enlighten you with the tools and resources and information, as well as the knowledge that you require to be a successful and profitable investor in the real estate market, right? Building your wealth, building profitable wealth for yourself and your generation. Okay, so like I said, I have a guest in the house. When I come back, I'll be introducing him. Stay tuned. It promises to be an exciting topic. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
For real estate market insight and industry trends, join Amara on the Ninja Landlord Show, where we show you how to make real estate work for you. For different investments, strategies from real estate experts on Ninja Real Estates. Elevate your financial education and investment in Nigeria. So tune in every Saturday on VOP 90.3 from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Ninja Landlord Show, the voice of real estate in Nigeria.
All right, welcome back to the show. Yeah, so if you're joining us, you're listening to VOP 90.3 FM, and this is the Ninja Landlord Show, your number one real estate investment platform in the States. Yeah, and I am here introducing my guest, who's going to share with us all from his vast wealth of experience. Moses Taiwo is the Chief Operating Officer of Sought After Projects and Services Limited, a real estate agent company with investments in finance, with interest in investment and finance. He's also the managing director of Gen 128 Travel and Tours. He's a graduate of accountancy and fellow member Association of Economics and Statistics of Nigeria. He is the author of the best-selling book Planning and Action, Success Tools, Business Mechanics, and 20 Secrets of Successful Real Estate Investment. He is also a conference host, speaker, real estate and business consultant. You're welcome on the show, sir. Good to have you.
Good to have you. Good to have me here once again. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much for coming. Always.
Thank you.
Always a super exciting time having you here.
Thank you. I really, I'm not taking this opportunity for granted.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Now, also, let me say thank you to our listeners, our audience. Thank you for the opportunity given to us from VOP to serve you. Thank you for choosing VOP to be your best radio station.
Yeah.
So we appreciate.
Thank you.
And we want to encourage everyone to keep listening to VOP for a good information.
Yeah.
Reliable information.
Your
And that's
number
what
one
we're
real
here
estate
to do this
program.
morning also.
Yes, the voice of the people. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that. Okay, so it's looking at our topic, the importance, uses, and benefits of documentation in property acquisition, right? And this is quite an interesting topic. Usually, when we have something around this area, we see people very engaged in this topic, in this conversation, wanting to know more. Because I realized that one of the problems, or one of the challenges that people have in this issue is misinformation.
Yes.
Right. So they really do not know how to go about all of this.
Yeah.
This is what the show is all about. So just going right ahead into the questions I have for you. Can you just explain the importance of documentation? in
Okay.
property acquisition?
What I would do is to take each of the documents, then let us know the importance of that document. Like, for example, when you are buying a property, you are buying a landed property, or you are buying a house from anywhere. So the first thing to do is to get a receipt after you made payment. There will have been negotiation, there will have been discussions about the price, bargaining and all that. But immediately that is settled, an agreed price is being arrived at. So the first thing to do is, when you made the payment, get a receipt of payment. So that receipt of payment, what is the importance of this receipt of payment? Number one, it's very important to show that you have made the payment, because you can make payment and if you don't have it, they will be asking you what's the evidence from the seller. So you have the evidence from the seller that you have really made payment. That's one. Number two, and when it comes to property, when you are about to start processing some other documents, this is one of the documents they will ask you to provide. Why? Let's say, for example, you want to process C/4, they will ask you the sales receipt, the purchase receipt. So it's very important that you have that, because and then it's also important that you have that, because you might want to transfer the ownership, and then while you want to transfer the ownership, the next buyer might also want to ask that, did you really, sometimes somebody can go and just acquire a land that does not ease, or did not even get it from the reliable owner. So all those things will help you to know that, he got it from the reliable owner, and then this is the proof that he got that. So that's being said, that's the importance of receipts. So you might be looking at it, and sometimes the receipt might not be as big as you think, but no matter whatever the seller gives you as a receipt is also very important for you to hold. So after that, when you have that, we'll talk about agreement. Agreement is also important. Agreement that the person that is selling to you has given you the land. Both of you have agreed. You have agreed on the price. You have agreed on the certain conditions, because there are some land that are swampy. So if the land is swampy, it should be that you have agreed that you see that the land is swampy, and then you have agreed to buy it. So it's part of the agreement. So there are other conditions, that maybe the land is hilly, it's a mountain. Are you getting me? So all these things, you have seen it. So it will be part of the agreement, and then you have the agreement, and it's also part of the document you also present in some when you are processing some other documents. Let's say you want to do building approval, they can ask for the agreement that you use in buying the land. They can ask for it. So that is also a very important document. And when you have an agreement, it also increases the value of your land. It is no more the same value that you got it if you want to resell it. So that's also being said. Then we talk about survey, register survey. Register survey is also important, though sometimes there are many cases that people might not be able to go for register survey. They want to go for what we call provisional survey. Provisional survey is also a good title document, but the register survey is better if you can go for it and do your register survey, and that also help. And the importance of register survey is enormous. It helps you to know the measurement of the land. It helps you to know the location of the land. It helps you to also know if the land is under acquisition or not. It also helps you to note the distance by which the land is from the major road. It also helps you to know the shape of the land. So register survey or provisional survey is also very important. It gives you, even survey gives you the coordinate of that land, so that you'll be able to use it to make some inquiry. So that is also a very important document. Then we also talk about the certificate of occupancy, which is CFO, and which is very, very important too. This certificate of occupancy helps you to know, it gives you the proof of ownership. So when you have CFO, that government has really given you your land, it is yours, and that's proof of ownership. It also helps the value. It increases the value. So if you want to sell, you are not going to be selling the same price you bought. You're going to be selling even times 10. You can even increase it to times 50. So that CFO gives you that. And CFO helps you to get loan. You can use it as a collateral to get loan. And then CFO also helps you for easy transition. Or do you want to transfer? So you can transfer easily. So without any, if I have CFO, if somebody want to buy, it's only going to have to go and check the CFO alone. It doesn't need to be checking so many other things, because the land that has CFO has really proved that land is there. So that's a very, very important document. And then it also helps, the CFO also helps in fast selling, because many people want to go for land that has CFO. They don't, if you land it does not have CFO, many people want to back out. So it helps in fast selling. Then we talk about building approval. Many people don't know that building approval is also a reliable document. Building approval, if you have a building and then you have a building approval on that land, even if you don't have CFO, you have a good title document, building approval. And then that one also increases the value. Do you understand? So then we also look at gazettes, we look at decision and all that, but all these ones that I've just mentioned, they are very important documents that you can, like I've said, you have seen that they all have their importance. If you have a building approval, forget it. That land, that house can be sold as if you have CFO. I can bet you. It just depends on negotiation that you have. So these are the little, few documents that we can quickly mention because of the confines of the time you have here now.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was quite a detailed. It was really a short course on the titles that we require. So are there any other essential, emphasis on essential documents that are also crucial in property acquisition aside from those mentioned?
Okay, I didn't even mention contract of sales.
Okay.
People also some people also prepare contract of sales when they are selling properties. It's also a good title, but most times contract of sales is for those that are paying on installments, because it will spell out the time that the contract is being signed and started, and then the end part of the contract when it's going to end. So contract of sales is also very important. And then when I was even talking about deed, all these documents, sometimes they have different names. Like contract of sale can be sales contract, can be sales deed, can be contract of sales deed. It has the same. They are all the same. It's the same meaning. So, and then when we talk about deed of assignment, deed of understanding, memorandum of understanding, all those ones, they are the same document. So people, when they see and they're like, which one is this one? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So there are other documents like letter of probate, that somebody died without a will, and then you have to now go to court to go and get a probate letter. So when you get a probate letter, you can be able to use to sell. For example, if my own father has 3 children and he has like 5 houses, and he has willed one of the house to me, but it's not in the there's no will saying that, but he just told me that this is your house. So if I want to sell, the document I will be carrying will still carry my father's name, and I will not be able, the buyer would want to like, okay, your father really gives you this land, so where is the will to substantiate that he gave you so we now need to, since there's no will, I have to go to probate court to go and get letter of administration, which they call probate letter, and by the time I get LOA, which is letter of administration, so when I have that, it will spell it out that land, that property is really mine, and the person can also say. There's what we also call deed of gift.
Okay.
Like I just mentioned, my father give me a property.
Yeah.
Though there's a will, but he can also prepare, because he's still alive, he can also prepare a deed of gift for me.
Okay.
Because some people do that, I have seen where two people were fighting on a property, and while they were fighting on that property, there's one that the parent has given deed of gift to. So the other party did not have deed of gift. So that one is also, when it comes to matter like this, when you go to court works with documents.
Yeah.
So this is what you put down on the table that determines who really win the case.
Exactly.
So when the guy dropped deed of gift and this one has deed of gift now, is this not your father's signature? He said yes. So he's the owner of the. So there's what we call deed of gift. It's just like deed of assignment.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But in this case, in deed of assignment, you made payment. In deed of gift, it's just a gift, but it has to.
Okay, wow, thank you so much. So I hear there's situations whereby you are trying to acquire a property and also asked for you to request for the tax clearance certificate. Is that also important?
It is requirement in processing.
Okay.
But it's not really a title document on a property. Okay. So when you are processing a document, or you are processing, most especially when you are processing CFO building approval, they ask for it. And the reason why they ask for it is, you see, many of us want to not want to pay tax. So they find out that this is a point where we can bring you in, pay your tax. So the tax you have not been paying is all this way. You are now here with us. We want to collect it. So that's that. So it's a requirement in processing document, but it's not a title document.
It's not a title. Okay. So I want to know, let's look at for both parties, how does proper documentation protect the buyer and the seller, the buyer and seller's interests?
Number one is, you see, when I want to buy anything, let's say I'm buying a property from you, number one is for me to send my property lawyer to check it out. You will give me some documents to check out the proof that you are really the owner. Yeah. So my lawyer and my surveyor, I will have to give it to them to help me check it out. By the time they are true, it is that paper that helps you, or that gives you the confidence to be able to put the property in the market.
Right.
If it's not yours, like they said, you can't give what you don't have. If it's not yours, how will you be able to now confidently? That means that person is a criminal that is bringing to market what is not his. So it is that one that will help you to have the confidence to bring the property to the market. Now, me that I want to sell is that same document that will help me to have the confidence that I'm buying from the rightful owner after I've done my due diligence.
So this actually protects both parties. Because most times people look at it and say, "Oh, it's just because of you're the buyer, the seller is already covered. He knows that that's his property." But actually, having this document is both for both parties.
It's both for both parties.
Both parties' interests. All right. So we look at. I want to talk about the receipts, the significance of receipts of payment in property acquisition. Sometimes you go to purchase a property, and they have just the receipt of payment. They will say, okay, they have a survey and the receipt. How do you address this?
Yes, it's okay. It's okay because there's a law in real estate law called customary law. Customary laws say that when I want to buy a property from you, number one, both of us must go to the location to see the land of the property. If I'm okay with it, then we go into negotiation. Then we agree at a certain price. Then I made the payment. And immediately I made the payment, you that you are selling, you have the right to give me receipt immediately.
Immediately, okay.
You understand? That's why I do encourage people, when you buy land from Momonile and you need to collect receipt, and they are telling you, to collect receipt, you have to pay so amount, because that's to collect receipt, you have to pay them some amount of money and all that. Try and negotiate that money. Make sure you pay and you collect your receipt. Because they know the importance of that receipt. Yeah. That's why they are putting a barrier. The money you have paid money, then you now want to collect it. They say ask you to pay for writing receipt. Exactly. So if they ask you to pay for writing receipt, let me encourage you, please, whatever they ask you to pay, negotiate it to your level, then give it to them, then collect that receipt. It's very important, because there might be a point where other parties from the family might just come. Sometimes you can never know what is on ground. they will just play the
But
whole
how do you
thing.
verify the authenticity of that receipt?
You do that. You see, one thing is,
Yeah.
when you want to buy any property, if you have the time, go to that area. Make sure you walk through the whole area and ask questions.
Yeah. Okay. Very,
You
very
know,
true.
it's
Very
not bad.
important,
Very
yeah.
important. Ask questions. If you can go to the paramount ruler, maybe the chief, the bale, or the kabiyesi, or king of that area, go there, ask questions. So by the time you do all that, and they tell you that where you are going to is the right source, just be rest assured. No matter what happened anywhere, since you are buying from the right source, you are covered. But if you can't do all this, can you send somebody to go and do it on your behalf, so that you just to protect your hard-earned money, so that you don't waste money? So it's very, I see people, they don't, you know, people say send me the video, send me the this, and they don't go ahead to make further. They always say, Shebi, you are a company, you're supposed to have made your due diligence. True, we have made our due diligence. We can represent to you that, okay, there's no problem, but it's not enough. I do tell you, it's not enough. You to make your own.
Okay.
Anybody can say anything.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
make your own. So by the time you do that and you get from the right source, you have your receipt. That is very, very key. Because even if you don't have
So you
any
need-
documents
Yeah.
afterward and you have receipt, it's like as if you are having CFO.
So immediately after acquiring that receipt, what is the next step to take?
The next step is to just take possession.
Possession.
Take
Okay.
possession. I do encourage people, take possession. When you buy land and you are given the land, take possession. Taking possession means you do something like a dwarf fence, maybe up to like four coaches round, or you can start farming on it and be regular. Go into that farm. Not that you start the farm this year, you did not show up. It's until 2027 that you now say, that's my farm. So be regular. You can start farming on it. You can clear the whole place. If it's a place that is open, you can clear the whole place and you make it an event center. It's one of my book, 10 Successful Secrets of Real Estate Investment. It's one of the things I wrote in that book, how you can make over 100% return on your real estate investment.
Yeah.
It is in that book. And then let me just quickly say that we're having a training coming up December 14.
Yeah,
And these are the things that we're going to be discussing for people. It's a free training for those that want to go into real estate, realtors, real estate
tell
agents.
us a bit more about that.
Yeah, it's a training that we are putting together. You know, we normally train people on this thing. We sensitize people on real estate.
Okay.
And we're having a training on the 14th of December 2024 at 45 Egbeda Idimo Road, Monle bus stop in Egbeda. That's where we have it. It's inside our office that we have a hall there where we train people. And then this 14th of December, in about 2 weeks' time, we'll be having, it's a free training. So we'll be talking about overview of real estate title documents. We're talking about real estate laws in Nigeria. We'll be talking about investments in real estate. How can I make my investment in real estate to be up to maximum? How can I make over 100% return on my real estate? We'll be discussing that. Then I'll also be discussing opportunities in real estate for individuals. No matter your level, there are opportunities available for you to be part of real estate. So we'll be discussing that on the 14th of December 2024.
And how
Time
can
is
they
10 a.m.
register?
So if you want to be part of this, it is a free seminar, like I said. And to be part of it, you send SMS or WhatsApp to 0906 556 9956. 0906 556 9956. So you send SMS, book me, or you send a WhatsApp, book me to that number. It is a free seminar. And then what we are doing is to sensitize you on real estate law. We want you to know everything about real estate law. We also want to give you an overview of the title document. I've mentioned just a few. So we want to really delve into it and teach people about real estate title documents.
Can persons who have maybe issues, they've already, started the documentation and they would like to know how to resolve, these issues in the documentation process, can they also attend?
Yes, they can attend. And in fact, if they can come for that and then they tell us where they are on that process, we can help them. tell them what to do afterward. There are many organizations that has been to our training and tell us that they acquire land, some cooperative, they acquire land in some area, and while they were processing the documents, they got stuck. So I will tell them, tell me where you are. Then I will encourage you or give you, give you information on how you can continue from there. And if they need our experts to help them, we will go into it, we'll help them, and we help them solve it.
Okay, that's quite heartwarming hearing all of that. All right, so you've heard it, guys. 14th of December. Please reach out to him. I mean, his programs are always super explosive. From the feedback we get, I know you're definitely going to get value. Okay, so we'll go on a short break. When I come back, I'll open the phone lines. If you have any questions on your real estate documentation process, you'd like to know more, or you require more information, or you have, an experience to share with us, the phone lines will be open. Please call us. Let's hear your thoughts. Let me hear from you. I always look forward to hearing from you. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Do not touch that dial.
For real estate market insight and industry trends, join Amara on the Ninja Landlord Show, where we show you how to make real estate work for you. For different investments, strategies from real estate experts on Ninja Real Estates. Elevate your financial education and investment in Nigeria. So tune in every Saturday on VOP 90.3 from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Ninja Landlord Show, the voice of real estate in Nigeria.
All right, welcome back to the show. You're listening to VOP 90.3 FM, and this is the Ninja Landlord Show. I'm your host, Amara Onzurike, and it has been such an exciting time. I have very wonderful, interesting guests who has shared so much already on this topic, Mr. Moses Taiwo. Thank you for having for being here, Mr. Moses.
Thank you
for all that you've shared. All right, so I'm going to open the phone lines. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. So please call me, call us. Let's hear your thoughts and your contribution. Okay, so once again, the topic is the importance, uses, and benefits of documentation in property acquisition, right? So we know that the backbone of a secure and successful transaction is your documentation, right? Proper documentation helps you, prevents you from any form of disputes, fraud, and financial losses. And it also helps you to secure your property, right? And this is all that we have been discussing and we'll continue to discuss on today's episode. All right, so we're moving on to the next segment where we'll talk about, how to reduce risk of disputes and litigations, and also increase the property value and marketability of your investment, and also improve transparency and accountability in the process of the acquisition of that property, and also enhance the protection for you as a buyer and or as a seller, and protect your interest in this acquisition. All right, so Moses, let's look at the role of the government. I see situations like we have in the news whereby the government can revoke this C of O, right?
Sure.
You know, you mentioned earlier that the C of O is very secured and a very valuable title on the documentation process. So, what happens? What can you explain situations or reasons why this might happen where it is revoked or any of your title is being revoked by the government?
Okay, let's take for example.
Okay, so
The
we
CFO.
already have a caller. Let's get that call. Hello. Okay, we lost that call. Please call us back. I'm waiting to hear from you. 0700 903 903 903. All right, please go ahead, Moses.
Let's take for example the C of O issue. Now, C of O can be revoked if one fail in because C of O has terms and conditions, and I think people don't go through that terms and conditions. It's one of the things we want to do in this our coming training.
Okay.
We want to read those terms and conditions to those that are coming,
Yes,
so that you will
call.
listen and hear why that can be revoked. Now,
Hello,
one of
let's
the
take this
reasons.
call. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
My name is Jerrison.
Please, could you
Can
speak
hear
up?
me, please? My name is Jerrison. Can you hear me, please?
Jerrison.
Yes.
All right. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ikorodu.
All right, Jerrison. Welcome on the show. Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay. I'd like to... the guest in the studio said quite a number of things that are really educating, but I like to correct some things or some information they gave out, if that it's allowed.
Okay,
And that's
let's hear.
with respect to survey and receipt and contract of sale.
Okay.
All those things of mentioned, they are not title documents.
Okay.
They are not titled documents. You see, for example, survey. You are not required to produce any evidence of land ownership to have your land survey for you. So the survey is to provide information such as land size, and then give information about the land status, whether the land is free from government application. But it is not a source or type of title. You cannot go to court and use survey to prove ownership.
Okay.
Of a land, but only what it does is to show the size. In the event that your size or the land size is in dispute, then you can use that to prove where boundary land boundary is in dispute. That's for survey. Then for contract of sale also is not a type of title because it ends where it actually has a duration. The duration ends where a deed is issued to you. The contract of sale only set up the terms or the contractual terms for the land that you purchase. Perhaps you are buying an installment when you have to pay, how much you have to pay. But after that, once you complete all that terms of that your contract, a deed is issued and that contract of sale becomes less significant. Hello, I'm a liar.
Yeah,
So,
we can
then
hear you.
with purchase receipt, purchase receipt is an evidence that there was a transaction. It's also not a title document. So when you have just that and you have a dispute over your land and you go to court with such document, you are proving ownership with those documents. Your declaration of title you are seeking will fail because they are not a type of title that you should use to prove ownership. So I just thought I should correct that because I believe VOP is the station that this
Okay,
to give.
so let's hear
enlighten
from
the
our
public.
guests. Thank you so much for your views,
all right.
Jerrison.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he's saying about the title, but we're talking about documents actually here. And it's not the title. We're not saying that those are titles. We're saying these are the documents that you need in the process of acquisition.
You see, we are from different angle. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he sees from the legal perspective
Okay.
of what we're saying. Are you getting me? I'm also a developer. I'm also seeing from another perspective. But one of the things I just have to let our listener to understand is that anytime you are going into a business transaction that involves money, let your mind be in court. Because either it's a title document, it's not a title document, gather everything that you have. Even as a lawyer, he will ask you now that you should gather everything that you have. No man, that one is gather everything that you have, go. We don't pray that we will have issues, but
Yeah.
if it comes, whatever is in your hand, put them together, bring it. Let's from there start. That one is so sure. Then, if you want to process C of O, you can never process C of O without a purchase receipt. That one, they will ask you.
Yeah. Well,
If you
I
don't-
think he
if you
said
don't-
that, for the survey, you don't need a purchase receipt.
You don't need, no, I
to
didn't say,
purchase-
we didn't say that.
No, we didn't say that. Yes,
didn't say
I think
that.
that's just what he was saying.
We didn't say
but
that.
for the C of O,
And at the same time,
definitely.
you want to do C of O, they will ask you for survey. Abi, you cannot do C of O on a land that is not in existence.
Yeah.
They will ask you for survey of that land. They ask you for purchase receipt of that land. So, like I said, we are talking from different perspective.
Yeah.
Are you getting? So he is right as a legal person,
Yeah.
and also in my own area, I'm
Okay.
also okay.
I must also emphasize that the topic is the documentation. We're talking about the importance,
Different
uses,
different
and benefits of documentation in
benefits.
property acquisition. So, not just about the title.
Title.
We're talking about all the
Even if
documentation.
we are saying about
that
title,
you
that's what we
require
call root
in-
title.
in the
If
process.
it's listening to us, there's what we call root title. And root title starts from receipt, survey, agreement. It's a root title. They call it root title.
Yeah.
So if that one is also part of, but we are talking from different perspectives.
Yes, yes. Okay, so that's why we have the show here, so that we can hear all the view and everybody's opinion. So the lines are still open. Please call us. Let's hear your thoughts. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Call us. Let's hear your questions and your contributions. Okay, so we're talking about whereby the certificate of occupancy is being revoked by the government. In this case, what would you advise?
It has terms and conditions.
Okay.
There is one one of the terms and conditions that you have a specific period to develop
Okay.
when you have the CFO. And if you violate that term and condition, that terms and condition as at that time, they have the right to revoke.
Yeah.
They spell it out on that, and there is a grant rent you need to pay. So there are many other terms and conditions that you don't violate. You make sure you keep your own part, because you have the CFO. Keep your own part, and then let's see what will happen next. Do you understand? But many of us, when we have the CFO, we don't even go through it to know what is written. All we just need is the frontal page. We have seen the CFO, and we carry it, we start jubilating. But there are other terms and conditions. It's not just, it has, CFO, it expires after 99 years.
Yeah.
Though I have not seen any CFO that has expired, but we know it's there, written there, that it expires after 99 years. So let's now say when the 99 years comes, what's next? They can revoke it now. They can say it has expired. But I'm just saying all this one is just, but all these terms and conditions are the things that you, as a person that is holding it, you need to go through it and see which of the one that you are violating. You better make correction so that somebody will not just go and open your file and say, this guy is violating this one, and then take it up.
Okay, so I keep getting calls, and before I am able to pick up, the calls drop. I don't know why, probably the network, but please, I appreciate you calling. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, so I lost that call. Please keep trying. The lines are open. I'd like to hear from you. 0700 903 903 903. All right, so looking at how do you, as a buyer or a seller, protect yourself or reduce the risk of disputes and litigation, when you are in the process of the property acquisition?
It starts from the very first step, which is, if I'm buying, I have to make my due diligence. That's number one. Make my due diligence. There's another thing that we also don't consider. Are you convinced enough? After your due diligence, are you convinced enough?
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the show. Please, what's the name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel, where are you calling from?
Calling from Papa Joe.
All right, Samuel, let's hear your thoughts.
Yes, please. I want that guy to educate me more. I bought a land, and that land I bought it from someone. So the guy gave me the document. So he now told me that he doesn't have a receipt from the Omanile. He misplaced his thumb. So we went back to do the Omanile, and they gave me the receipt, which I paid some token.
Okay.
So after some years, I didn't know where I kept that receipt again.
Okay.
So I don't know, because me going back to do some Manila now, because it's been long. So I don't know what they will tell me, whether they will come back and maybe say some funny things concerning the land.
Okay.
So that is why I'm
So you want to know
saying
how best to protect
about
yourself.
that. So I don't know. Yes, I'm going to get what.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Please listen. He's going to answer you.
Yeah, I will advise that you go through a lawyer so that your lawyer will present the case better than you. So the lawyer can write to them and just plead a case on your behalf that you have misplaced, and then they will need another one. So
But if
they
you
will
have
now,
the other documents, like you have the CFO or this or the other documents in the process of the acquisition that you have, transferred, that's been transferred to you as the new owner, do you still need to go looking for that?
hey,
receipt?
you see, Amara, this depends on the individual. If I have everything and I misplace receipt, like I was saying, when I said if you have done all your due diligence, are you convinced enough? So
Yeah.
am I also convinced enough to still let everything be at status quo, since I don't have the receipt but I have the CFO?
Yeah.
Am I convinced enough to go to just leave it? If I'm not convinced enough, if I feel that I still want it, I can
Okay.
go for it.
Okay.
Are you getting me? So I can ask for it and get it. But if I feel that nothing's up, let me just let me do my day, then I will just leave it. It depends on the individual, because there are some of us, we are more committed to something than others. So it depends on
But
your.
the CFO actually protects you, gives you full legal rights over the property.
It's true. It's absolutely true. But like I said, it's you.
Your conviction.
Your conviction.
Okay.
Are you okay? Or have you gone? Maybe the person can meet with a legal person and the person advise. So I think the legal person can advise better,
On what
so
to
that since you don't have that, this is what you can use to protect if that case arises.
Okay.
I've seen that there are places in Lagos State that they've done cases. Family have done cases for 40 years, and the other party got the verdict, and they now say, operation show your receipt. And though it's a very big area, and then some people might have gotten CFO,
Yeah.
but they are now saying show your CFO. They are saying show your receipt. So you understand. So that's why I said, if you can go through a lawyer, the lawyer can plead the case better, and then the lawyer will help. And then even if they want to ask for more money, or they want to ask for anything, the lawyer can also come in and negotiate better for him.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So we're talking about the reduced risk of disputes and litigation in process of acquisition.
So like I said, it is when you have done all your due diligence, are you convinced enough to go for the deal? Because we don't think of that side. Because some people, they'll say, okay, is this how it is? Let me go. You yourself come back, sit down, think about it. Are you convinced enough? If you are convinced enough, go for it. Now, when you are now going for it, everything that you need to put in place, like I said, when you get the receipt, take possession. So go and take possession, physical possession. Do dual fence of up to 4 kush around that your property. Now you are already there. Nobody can say they did not see when they are coming. And so if they bulldoze or they clear, they are in soup. So take possession. When you take possession, visit that place regularly. You understand? People will do that, and after 5 years they will not come back. Visit the place regularly. At least, if not, know what is going on in that environment.
Okay.
Because there's some environment after 3 years, when you go back there, you say, wow, I don't know that this place has opened like this. Do you understand? And if it's close to a major road, you can clear it and start using it for event for event what do you call it, event place where people can come and erect canopy and do party and go and you be collecting something
on that.
if it's inside the bush and then you find out that you can get somebody to help you do farming, why not? Farming is even much more profitable now, Abi.
Yeah,
So
I mean, the prices of food stuff
if you put cassava on it,
going high every day.
you can start your garri making factory. So all those stuff you can do all that, and if it's also close to the road, if you can get people that will rent it, maybe mechanic and all that. People like mechanic, they will collect it from you. No, you should have a document. It's a renting. I've seen many people that rent it out to mechanic and they didn't collect it. They might now decided to say they want to buy it from you in later years, and then if you want to sell, if you don't want to sell, it's still yours.
Right.
You understand? So there are many things you do like that to make sure that you safeguard that investment. See, buying land or buying property is an investment.
Right.
And it's different from other investment. There are, when you buy stocks, you might not even put anything into it. The stock will be going on and be rising. But if you buy land, it needs your involvement. It needs your commitment.
Okay.
You have to be part of it.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question about increasing the property value and the marketability of that investment. How can someone who just purchased the property, how can they be able to maximize that investment?
And like I said, when you take possession, taking possession is, you see, some people say they want to do, I'll go and do corner piece. Yeah, corner piece. When you want to do, I advise, do a big corner piece, big one, not the one of two block, and you now put your name on it. When the grass grow and it covers, nobody even know that there's a corner piece there. But when you do a massive corner piece, people see it on the four corner of the land. People from afar can see it. In fact, that one is okay. And then doing that, it has also increases the value.
Okay.
Like I also said, if you clear and you clear the whole place, make it clean, start farming, it has increases the value. Because the next person that want to buy from you might also be thinking of using it for farming, and you have done the major work for the person, clearing the whole thing. It can increases the value. And I also said, you can, if it's close to the road, clear it. If it's close to the road and development that is in that area, you can get guys to start playing football on it. You will not clear again, because by the time they are playing football, the grass will have gone, and then it also increases the value.
Right.
You can use it for an event place. You can put fence and put it there for events. You can call us for, you do all those stuff. So you make sure all these things increases the value, and then you also, by documentation, you do all the documentations that you need to do. It also increases the value.
Okay, thank you so much, Moses. That's been so insightful. So talking about your training once again, could you just give us a recap on what the training is about and how people can reach you on that?
Okay, like was said, we're having a training, and the training is all about real estate. So how you can know more about real estate. We have real estate laws in Nigeria. I want to discuss that full. We want to discuss overview of documentation, title documents in real estate. We also want to talk about investment in real estate, how you can protect your investment in real estate, how you can earn over 100% return on your investment in real estate. We want to discuss that. Then we want to open people up to opportunities that is available to them in real estate, no matter their level. So this training is coming up on the 14th of December, 2024. 10 a.m. is the time. And then you have to register. And then to register, send book me to 0906 556 9956. 0906 556 9956. So send book me, then we'll start responding to your message, and then we'll give you your pass. You need to come with your pass, which we will be sending to you by soft copy, either WhatsApp or SMS. So the date is 14th of December 2024, and the venue is 45 Egbeda Idimu Road, Ponle bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. 45 Egbeda Idimu Road, Ponle bus stop, Egbeda, Lagos. So we will also describe to you how you can get to the venue when you send the message, book me. for that.
The number once again.
Is 0906 556 9956. So if you are a real estate agent, you are a realtor, you are a real estate enthusiasm person, you want to know more about real estate, whatever you want to know about real estate. So coming up on the 14th of December, just be rest assured we are opening you up to everything about real estate. And I bet you when you come for that program, nobody will be talking anything about real estate and you'll be like confused. You will know everything. Yeah. We've been doing this for the past 10 years, and then coming this is just to round up the whole year and let us have an idea. In fact, we'll also be helping you how to plan your 2025. It's one of the things I plan.
A profitable investment portfolio.
Yes, in 2025. So we want to do all that just to. It's like our end of year get together self.
Okay, that's
for those that have been coming to our training.
Yeah.
So just let's see and then let's discuss. This will be an exciting time. It will be. People have been coming to our seminar, and I keep asking, is it a waste of time? They said, no, this is not a waste of time. So we are not going to waste anybody's time. Just book me to 0906 556 9956.
Okay, thank you, Moses, for all that you have been doing. I mean, giving people information, sharing from your wealth of experience and your knowledge. I mean, and this has been free that you have done over the years, and that's quite commendable. I must commend you on that.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much. It was so good having you on the show. I look forward to always having you here anytime. You are an in-house member right now. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So I want to encourage our listeners to keep listening to VOP.
Yeah.
That's the most reliable, number one informative
yes,
radio station in Lagos. Is 0906 556 9956. That's the number. Don't forget. Just send me book me to this 0906 556 9956. And don't forget, VOP, Voice of the People. Wow, you can never get it any other way. No. This is the station. Yeah. The station for the people. Not only the voice of the people, they are for the people.
Exactly. Yes, you have a voice right here on VOP 90.3 FM. Okay, so we're going to round up the show. I hope you had value. It has been such an insightful and educative section. I mean, I got value myself, and I hope you got value. All right, so if you have any questions about the show, you like to give us suggestions on topics that you want us to talk about, you can send me a message on 0806463 7377. Any questions you would like me to talk about, just send me a message on WhatsApp or an SMS 08064637377. That's it for the show today. I want to wish you a wonderful weekend. Make sure you get some rest. Make sure you take care of yourself. Okay, I'll be back same time next week with another exciting, explosive topic. Till then, you stay blessed and stay rich, stay healthy. My name is Amara Onzurike, and I am out.